Okay, I'll go through your homework first, and then after that we will move on to question 30. Can? Question 30 onwards is quite important because you realize that part B, right, asks you to explain. So this kind of question we haven't do it. Okay, so how was the homework? Can do or not? You all know that there's final answer behind. You all can check your answer also. Okay, so for the next worksheet, right, I will not be doing all the questions now because of time constraint. So you can feel free to check your answer with the answer behind. Okay, so for now, the homework question was question 11, right? I'm just gonna write the final answer. Then you let me know if you got it. If you didn't, then I will go through. Okay? So 11, oh yeah, do you have the WA2 topic yet? Have already.
Yeah, have the.
Okay, can you all like tell me what is your topics? Because I want to take it down. And when is it, the date?
No idea, forgot.
Yeah, you all tell me your WA2 topics. Who first? Tinwei? When is your WA?
Chapter 3,
The 3.
chapter 3, 4 and 5.
3.5 is about?
3 is extension and factorization of algebraic function.
Okay.
Then chapter 4, extension and factorization using special algebraic identity.
Okay.
And chapter 5 is quadratic equation and graph.
Quadratic equation and graphs.
From 21st April.
21st April. Okay. Hmm?
I got this one.
Wait, 21st April. Yours is?
Wait, let me see, look up, but yours second. Extension and factorization of algebraic expressions for chapter 3. Therefore, it's
percentage.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Percentage rate and ratio. Rounding off. Okay. Can. What date?
I have no idea.
Never write.
Never seen.
It means we have to speed up.
Well,
We
me, I
have to stop
forgot.
quadratic today. Yeah. Okay, then what about Maribel? Expansion, factorization, algebra. Oh, okay. Algebraic. Can I see again? Algebraic fractions. Oh, that one okay. We cover already. Okay, good. So quadratic, is it tested? Yeah. Quadratic also tested. Okay. Okay. Then who else were WA ready? Topics we have? Don't have. How about Kate? Kate is the same as Chinmay, right? Okay. Matthew? Do you have the topic's name? No. So quadratic is tested lah. Chapter 6 is what? Chapter 6. Quadratic graph. Okay. Is there like percentage? Okay, okay. Yeah, can. So today we try to start quadratic already. Okay, so we have to speed up. 11, yeah, 11, the final answer you should get A equals to m squared minus m over m squared minus 2n. You all get this? If not, I can go through. Anyone may go through? No? Okay. Question 13. The homework was 11, 13, 14, and 17. 22, 23, 25. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Okay, then question 13. Did y'all get y equals to a over x? Then bracket 2x plus a. Y'all get this? Question 13. Ring a bell? Oh, no, never do right. Well, okay, okay. You can go home and do, okay? Then you check your final answer back. Anyone want me to go through 13?
But
You need 13?
but I just do my A so look.
Oh, you want to ask you wait for a while, Okay. If still not here, then you like tell me. Okay. Okay, question 13. No need, ah. Okay, what else? 14. We got y equals to, yeah, what's your answer for 14?
X over X minus 1.
Look at this. If not, I can go through any question. Can we? Okay. So for question 14, right? You have 1 over x plus 1 over y equals to 1. Right? Okay, then Chinmay, maybe you tell me what
I got x minus 1 over x.
x minus 1. Okay, so we want to make y the subject. So we isolate y, throw everything to the right side, like that. You get this step?
Yeah.
Yeah, then after that, because we have fraction, right? We want to combine them. So this one is just 1 over 1. Right. So I need to change the denominator into x. So I times x top and bottom. I will get x minus 1 over x. Can? Can, ah? So it's still 1 minus y. Then because the question 1 y, remember we can do what? If it's fraction and fraction, and it's 1 over something. Yeah. Remember or not?
Yeah.
What did we learn? Rare, C, yeah, reciprocal. Okay, so reciprocal just flip. You'll get x over x minus 1. Can? Yeah, so the key trick to know when you have reciprocal, right, is you see 1 over something. And then the right side is also a fraction. Then to find the 1 at the bottom, just split. Can, ah? Yeah. Because technically this just means that this is equal to this is equal to this. Okay? Okay, so now we will look at question 17. Okay, 17, can you all check if you all have x equals to plus minus square root 4m square plus 4m over 3. Okay, can you all check? Same as me? Same, ah? Okay, then question 22. Question 22 is x equals to y minus a square minus 1. Same? David?
Yeah.
Okay. Can, ah? Don't need go through. Okay, 23, you will get y equals to plus minus 4a minus 3, then minus c over 2. Do you get this? If not, I can go through also. This question seems hard. Were you able to do it?
I just put my minus C at the front. That's the only thing I did wrong. I
Oh,
think. No, it's like cancel then again.
3 minus c. Correct what?
No, I put the C at the front. That's
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Oh, it
It's still
doesn't matter?
correct. Doesn't matter.
Oh, I thought it does.
Yeah. Okay. Need me to go through? No need? Okay. Question. Also, you all seem okay leh with making the subject, right? It's quite okay, right? Okay, question 25. You should get a equals to y square over y square p minus 4. Okay, do you all get this? Okay, if you all didn't get and want me to explain, it's perfectly okay. Don't worry. Want me to explain or not? 25. So same thing, if you see square root, right? First thing you do is always square both sides. Okay, then you should be able to make A the subject already. Can? Okay, so okay. Can I check with your 28 and 29? Have I gone through yet? No. No?
I don't think so.
Okay, so we look at question 28. This one is not homework question really. This is the start of the new type of question where they ask you to see this part is new, part C. Okay. So part A and B is still the same thing, can be done. So if I have AX plus B cube equals to K, I want to express X in terms of ABK. So they want to make X the subject, correct? So can anyone tell me what do I have to do if I see a cube root? If I see a cube root, what's my first instinct? To get rid of the cube root. Cube both sides. Okay. Cube both sides, the cube root will disappear. And you get this. Can? And then now, how to make X the subject? I isolate the term with X and then bring everything else over. Okay. So it will just be divided by A. Can? Okay, then part B, okay, this is part A. Part B is even easier. They ask you to calculate the value of X. And they give you that A is 4, B is 3, K is -1. So what to do there? Yeah. Have y'all got learn substitution, right? Substituting, right? Yeah, so if you're given value and they ask you to calculate X, right? You just start in the different values that you're given. A equals to 4, B equals to 3, K equals to -1. So what will X be? Just use this one. Start in all the values. Okay, then you press your calculator, you'll get -1. Can? Can write down question 28B. Okay, so A and B is still nothing new. Okay, look at question C. Okay, they ask you for X to be defined. A cannot be T. Okay, why? Because, right, okay, I want you to pay attention to this one. So you can write here first, for X to be defined. Okay, look at this. My X is this one, right? So for X to exist, can my A be 0? No, right? What happens if A is 0? What happens if A is 0? Or you can use a calculator, right? You press 2 over 0. What do you get? Just example, 2 over 0. What would you get? Error, right? 2 over 0. Because you cannot divide. You cannot have like a 0 in a denominator. Okay, so in order for X to be defined, just now what do you learn? My denominator cannot be 0, correct? Otherwise, it will look like this. Okay, don't write this down, this is wrong. Can this exist? No, right? If over 0, it's error message. So the denominator here cannot be 0, undefined. So that's why my A over here, my denominator, cannot be 0. Okay, so you follow the question. A cannot be what? 0. So that means my T is 0. Alright, because T is just this value here. And then I found out that it's actually 0. Okay, so T is 0. And this is the answer. Easy or not? Easy, right? They ask you what is the value of T, ma. So you just need to find, in order for X to be defined, my denominator cannot be 0. And then I follow this question. A cannot be T. So it means T is 0, no? Can? Anyone lost? Can? Okay, y'all can look at 29. Do a part A and part B first. Okay, y'all try. I give y'all 5 minutes. Part A and B. 29. Yes.
I need paper.
Oh, okay. If 2988 is asking like you get a good. Yes. Next time, I need to bring whatever that is not X to the other side. Only one X. Then the way your progress report now, so you have to be able to put like the book. I don't want to do that, but nine, nine, five, seven. Ooh, good job. Then after that, yeah, so if only one X, I don't have to. So what to do? Divide. Correct. It's like 5 minutes is 35, then our 1 minute is divide by 5. Okay, same thing. Unless right at the front here is something plus something, then become minus lah. Okay, done.
With A,
Your B let's in your B first, then after that can check the answer. Okay, so for those of you who are done with B, right, your answer should be 1. X equals to 1. Who got X equals to 1? Okay, come, you all look up. Your part A, do you get this? No? I think you get. Oh, okay, come. 3 square is 9. 3 square is 9. Okay, not 6. Yeah, but very close already. You have to be careful of square numbers. Okay, can everyone check 29A? Do you all get this? Yes? Okay, what about Caitlin? You get this? Okay. Okay, so 29B, just sub in, you should get x equals to 1. Okay, then I'll go through C. Okay, so for x, same question. They say that for x to be defined, A cannot be equal to T. So it's exactly the same as just now. For x to be defined, how about you tell me, for x to be defined, what is the condition? My denominator cannot be 0, right? So what is my denominator here? For this. Matthew? What's my denominator? Yeah, so my 4A cannot be 0. Okay, which also means that if I divide 4 by both sides, right? Because I want only A, it's still 0, right? 0 divided by 4 is 0. Okay, so that means my T value is actually 0, because this is T. Can? Can. Yeah, I see your paper. Do you manage to get the 9? Then because your B square is positive, right? So this one don't have negative. It's correct. Okay, so I want to look at question. Yeah, everyone done with 29? Can.
Tiger find it.
Can. You manage to get? Okay, for those of you who are waiting, you can do 30 AI and AII first. Then you can also do 31A. Basically, all the part A. Yeah. 30 and 31. Square minus B square. Can. Negative is at the bottom 10. Okay, so for 30A, right? Did y'all make y the subject yet? Because they want the value of y. Or y is the subject already. Also, you just sub in lah. Yeah, this one easy. For I and II, yeah, just put in the values into the expression. Okay, so for part A, you should get y equals to 4. Okay, I want to go through maybe part 2. Part 2 looks difficult. Okay, so for part 2, right, they say that find the value of x when y equals to 2. Okay, so I'm given this, y equals to 64 over 3x plus 1. So where is my x? Here, right? So I have to make what? X the subject to sub in, right? So same thing as what you learn. Square root, I square both sides. Okay, but then before that, we already know that y is 2. So don't complicate things lah. Don't put y, we put 2 instead. Okay? Put 2. Because they already tell you that y equals to 2. So you straight away sub in already. Can. So this one will become 64 over 3x plus 1 equals to 4 over 1. Nothing changed yet. I just switch the position. Okay, then again, we see a fraction equals to a fraction. So we have to cross multiply. Correct. So we will get 4 times 3x plus 1 equals to 64. Okay, then ask yourself again, we are finding x. So we have to isolate x.
Charity paper.
Huh? Okay, so or you can choose to expand here also can. Both methods works. Okay, you can expand also. But for me, I straight away divide like that. So my numbers are smaller. 64 divided by 4 is 16. Okay, so I want to find x. 16 minus 1, because I bring the 1 over. So x is just 15 divided by 3, 5. 10? This is part 2. Yeah, so part 2, right? Whenever they ask for x and you're given y, you need to make x the subject first. Then you sub inside. Okay, so now you look at part B. They ask you to explain if it is possible to have a value of y if x is less than or equals to negative 1/3. This one's different, right? Right, this question. Yeah, so let me ask you, if this one is less than or equals to, right? There is two cases, correct? One case is x is less than negative 1/3. Another case is what? X equals to negative 1/3. Agree? Because this inequality sign is like that. This means less than. This means equal. Okay? Less than equals to. So we have two cases like this. Okay, so we have to explain for both cases. Okay, this is 1, this is 2. Okay, based on this sign. Okay, so case 1. If x is less than negative 1/3. Okay? Okay, never mind. We do equal first. We do equal first. The easier one. Okay, the case 2. So maybe I make this case 1. Is case 2. Okay? So case 1, if x is equals to negative 1/3. This means that what? 3x plus 1 equals to 0. Can see how I got this? 3x plus 1 equals to 0. Can see or not? Or should I do slower? Okay, see you cross multiply, you'll get 3x equals to negative 1. Correct? Then you bring the 1 over, become plus 1. Then the right side will just be 0. Can? Okay? So you look, why am I doing this? Because the y that I'm given, right, has a denominator of 3x plus 1, which is the same as this one. Correct? So if my 3x plus 1 is 0, okay, is it possible for me to have a value of y? No, right? Because it will be undefined. Because the denominator will be 0. Any fraction with denominator 0 is undefined. You'll get an error. So you can explain that if x equals to negative 1/3, 3x plus 1 equals to 0. And 64 over 3x plus 1 will be undefined. Because I already showed you, right? This one is 0 means the denominator will be 0. Doesn't make sense. So that's for case 1. So there's no x, there's no y values. Okay? Then now we look at case 2. Case 2 is when x is less than negative 1/3. Okay? So same thing. This also means that 3x plus 1 is less than 0. I just change the equal sign to less than, because it's the same. Okay, come Sean, you right. Okay, so after that, right, 3x plus 1 is less than 0. Then you look at the fraction again. Look at y. If my denominator is less than 0, okay, then my entire thing will be what? What is, okay, wait, I write down the thing first. Is it very small? I feel like it's very small. Okay, anyways, right, now look at case 2. If my 3x plus 1 is less than 0, negative, less than 0 is negative, right? Same thing. Positive divided by negative is what? What is positive divided by negative? Matthew? What is positive divided by negative? Negative, right? So if my 3x plus 1 is negative, this whole thing will be negative, right? Agree or not? Yeah. And okay, just the inside will be negative. Okay? So can you ask your I ask you a question? Can you square root a negative number? You try to press your calculator, square root negative 4. Can or not? No, you'll get error message. You can only square root a positive number. Okay? So that's why, right, if this whole thing inside my square root is negative, okay, there will be no solution because you cannot square root a negative number. Okay, understand? Okay, so hence, it is not possible because both case 1 and case 2 say that this value will be undefined. So it is not possible to find a value of y. Okay, anyone want me to repeat anything? Because this question might come up for exam. Yeah. Or this is from workbook. You see the source? Yeah. Want me to repeat anything or not? Because I want you all to try the next one. Is it difficult?
For now only because we haven't really, yes, at
Then
least for not that long, right?
yeah, actually
But
this
for me,
yeah.
I'm not sure about others.
Okay. But understand the explanation. So basically, right, I do again. So from this, right, you just think of all the cases possible. Case 1 is less than, case 2 is equals, based on the sign. Okay, after that, you account for each case. If x equals to negative 1/3, okay, you try to make the denominator appear 3x plus 1. So you realize that if I cross multiply and I bring over, right, you will get 3x plus 1 equals to 0. Okay, then you check your fraction. 64 over 3x plus 1. If the denominator here is 0, this whole thing will be undefined. First fraction cannot be over 0. Then case 2. Okay, if x is less than negative 1/3. Okay, then I form the inequality same as this one. Just change my sign to less than instead of equal. Okay, so if this whole thing is negative, right, I look at the fraction again. My denominator is negative. 64 is a positive number. Positive divided by negative, I will get negative. So it's less than 0. Can? Less than 0 means negative lah, okay? So if this whole thing is negative, and I know that my y is square root this thing. Square root a negative number is error. Okay, so that's why there are no solution. Error means no solution, cannot have any solution. So it is not possible for both cases to get any value of y. Can? Can understand? Clear? Okay, you all try to go home and practice this question again, because once you get it, you'll get it. Okay. So if you are done, right, you all can look at question 31A first. You can try. Yeah, you all can try. This one is like same as your 30 part 2. Okay, try. Finish everything already? Correct. The below part is correct. Okay, so this pink color part, yeah. But this is a good summary. Yeah, so it's negative. Okay, actually, right? Square root this is not negative. I'm saying that this whole thing is negative. It's like, so you must remove the square root. Yeah, because actually it doesn't exist. Okay, so you must write there that there are no solution. Square root this will have error. Let's write negative number. A little notes. Very good. Now you need to write your own notes to help you understand the question, okay? Okay, so for 31 part A, right, is similar to your 30A part. Oh, it's so small. How you all see? See, so small. One A. See or not? Is it very small? There's no room for you to define for one. Possible. Not very left. Possible. You find a value of y. So since I already know that y is 4, right? You put y already. Then you read if you trivial. See, understand that? The y can put 4 already. Good. Okay, so after that, to get rid of the square root, you have to square both side, right? Okay, you can square both side. Then you will shoot both side. The question is two, right? Yeah, correct, two both side. Down. So you have left, right, and left. Oh, okay, because you want maybe you have to cross back the time for your kids. Right. Let's make the fraction disappear. You have to
Oh,
yeah. Manage to solve. Okay, so for part A, right, they give you that y is 4, z is 2. So I straight away put in my values. Okay, then to get rid of the fraction, to get rid of the cube root, I have to square both sides with z. Ooh. Yeah, cube both sides. Okay, then I'll get 8. Okay, then over here I got fraction and fraction. So I cross multiply. X plus 4 equals to 8. X minus 4. Okay, then after that I expand. Then to find the x, I bring all the x to the left side. Become minus 7x equals to minus 36. Okay, so my x will just be minus 36 divided by negative 7, which is just 36 over 7. Okay? Chinmay, you managed to solve it?
When I cross multiply,
Yeah.
it was same answer as before.
Same answer as
Then
before.
we have to extend
For this part, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you bring over like this, right, you get back the same original. Yeah. Expand first. Yeah. Okay, then part B, I want you all to do with me, this one. So this time they tell you that x equals to y. Does z have a value? So that means nice only got one case. Okay, so we account for the one case only. So if x equals to y, okay, then what will happen to my expression? My original expression is this one, right? If x becomes y, it will become y plus y over y minus y equals to z. I start in all the x, become y. Okay, makes sense, right? Then I realized that after I simplify, right, I'll get 2y over 0. Can or not? Can I have 0? No, right? So how? The denominator, yeah, this one is much easier, right? The denominator becomes 0, which means the fraction is undefined. Okay, so hence z cannot exist when x equals to y. Yeah, so after doing two questions, right, you all can see that the rough gist of explanation question is to check whether my case allows me to have a value of z or not, or y. Okay? Yeah, an explanation question means you have to write your words in order to get the marks. Done? Okay, 32 part I will skip. Part 2 also I skip. So I'll explain part 3. Okay? Because time constraint. Okay, this one I skip, but then I'll give you the final answer. You all can go and try. Okay, so for part I, your x is plus minus 3k p minus a over b. Okay, then after that, part 2, you will get x equals to plus minus 3. Yeah, so now we look at part 3. Okay, so this is the condition. Given that 3k bracket p minus a is less than 0, suggest a possible value of b such that x is defined. So again, we write for x will be defined Okay, so this is the inside of the square root, right? What is the condition for this thing to exist from what you mentioned? Okay, can I square root a negative number? No, right? So the condition of this must be positive, right? But you can square root a 0. So it can be 0 also, more than equals to 0. Okay? So since we know that 3k bracket p minus a is less than 0, because the question tell me that it's less than 0. Okay? So if this is less than 0, this is negative. How to make sure that this entire thing is positive? This thing is negative. I want this whole thing to be positive. So negative divided by what will give you positive? Negative divided by negative, right? So my B has to be negative. Then you double check again. Negative divided by negative, you will get positive. Okay, so since 3k p minus a is less than 0, this require b to be less than 0. Okay, so a possible, give me any negative number. Because the question asks for a possible value of b, so you cannot just write an inequality like that. You need to give me an actual value. So a possible value of b is negative 2. You can say negative 3, negative 4 also can. Just negative number. Okay, but as long as you can understand why b is less than 0, you are more or less good lah. Okay. And you want me to repeat how I get b is less than 0? Jimmy? Okay. Okay, let me see. Question 33. This one I skip lah. Okay, then part BI. Yeah, part BI is the explanation really. So we are given x square root y square minus z equals to 10n. Okay, then we want to require the y. Okay, we are seeing whether n exists when y square is less than z. Okay, so I ask you first. Again, we see a square root. What is the condition for this to exist? Maybe I ask maybe Bell? Yeah, what is the condition for my square root to exist? Positive, right? So since we require the square root to be real, okay, so y square minus z is must be positive, right? I do this very fast and I let you go, okay? Then we find like that minus z more than equals to minus y squared. So again, this is recap. When you want to divide negative numbers, my inequality sign will flip, right? So it will become z less than equals to y squared. Then you realize that y squared must be more than z. So can it be less than z? No, right? So you say no. Y squared cannot be less than z. Because from this, you realize that z is less than y squared. Or you can say y squared is more than z. So this is contradicting the question really. Y squared is less than z. No, y squared should be more than z. In this direction. Okay, last one. Part 2. Z can be a negative number. So can z be a negative number? Can or not? If z is negative, right, I minus become what? Plus. So the whole thing will still be positive, right? So yes, if z is less than 0 and y square is more than 0, 1 equals to 0, this will enable y square minus z to be more than 0. Okay, so the square root is defined. Yeah. Okay. Now it's 11:57. Well, oh,
17.
17.
Yes.
Okay, let me. 10 minutes. Yeah. Any question?
Yeah.
No. That is negative. Y square is positive. So this whole thing will still be positive because just now I explained right, minus minus is plus.
Yeah.
So this can be positive. So it is defined. The square root, square root. Yeah, today a bit rush, right?
I felt faster than last week at least.
Yeah, because right, my last week too slow.
Last week morning.
So because faster lah.
Not necessarily.
Okay,
It
good.
just really feels like the time passed fast.
Yeah, because we are rushing already. Okay, this one is the next worksheet. Quadratic, because it's tested right for WA. But don't worry lah, this one is slightly easier in my opinion. Hmm? Sorry? If you want to, I will say yes. Because you have the final answer behind. Okay? Sorry? No lah. But then maybe to prepare for your WA, you can. Okay. Then if you do it, I give you card. Yeah. So you can look at the first question. Okay, for those of you who have learned, can I have a show of hands who learned this in school already? Just to know like how fast your school is teaching. Learn already or not? Oh, you learn already. Okay, then what about Matthew? Just now you say you learn already, right? So the rest of you haven't learned yet, right?
I think so.
Learn already? Wow, okay, then you're, oh my god. Okay, then we need to get up already. Okay, so for question 1, right, you look x squared plus 9x equals to 0. They want you to solve by factorization. Okay, this is so first thing, factorize x. You will get x plus 9 equals to 0, right? Okay, so this one is equals to 0, this one equals to 0. Okay, can? So actually it's quite simple lah. Quadratic equations. Okay, so first thing factorize, and then this part equals to 0, this part equals to 0. But then one thing I want to let you all know, right? Common mistake. Don't do this. Okay, some of you will write x squared plus 9x equals to 0. Then next step you write x squared equals to minus 9x. You bring this side. Okay, then suddenly become x equals to minus 9. Correct or not? No, you cannot divide x just like that because, right, because you will be missing one solution. Okay, you realize, okay, this is the correct way. So over here you'll get, the answer is x equals to 0 or x equals to negative 9. Two answers. Okay, but then, right, if you do this method, you will get only x equals to negative 9. So where is your x equals to 0? Missing. So wrong already, this question. Okay, so you have to do it by factorization. Factorize out that first. Okay, how to tell when you can do this? Whenever you have x at the right side, right, you know that you have to bring it over to the left side already. You cannot just divide by x. Okay, you'll be missing one of the answer. Okay, then question 2. Okay, so you have 2x squared minus 8 equals to 0. Okay, so again, by factorization, you take out 2, you are left with x squared minus 4 equals to 0. Okay, then you want to find what is x, right? Solving means you want to find what is x. Okay, so divide by 2 both sides. You can divide a constant both sides, but then try not to divide x lah. X is cannot, you'll be missing one solution. Okay, so if x squared equals to 4, you can bring over to this side, become x squared equals to 4. Then after that, to find x, you must square root, right? But remember, when you square root, you need to have plus minus. That's where your two solutions come. So you get minus 2 or x equals to 2. Okay, this is method 1. Okay, then there's the second method where from the start, you bring over the 8. Okay, then you divide both sides by 2. Which is the same thing, right? Okay, you still get the two same answers. Or another way you can do, right, is like this part. You realize that x squared minus 4 is also your special identities. Which one? 1, 2, or 3, or C? 1 or 2 or 3? This one. Correct? A squared minus B squared. See? So you will get, remember or not, A squared minus B squared is A plus B, A minus B. Okay, remember, this is your third special identities. Can? So over here it become x plus 2, x minus 2 equals to 0. So again, x plus 2 equals to 0 or x minus 2 equals to 0. you realize you will also get the two same answers. Okay? So method 1 and method 2. You all choose which one you all prefer. 1 or 2? Hmm? 1 is using the special identities. 2 is bringing over to the right side. Yeah. And the reason why we can do this is because the right side is a number. So we can divide both sides by a number. But this one cannot because the right side has x. So we cannot just divide both sides like that. Okay? That's the difference now. Don't get confused. Okay, but the safest method, right? If you don't want to confuse yourself, just always factorize. Can factorize. Okay, this one can only work if your right side is just a number, no more x. If over here got x, then you cannot do that already. You have to bring over. Okay, so now that question 2, then okay, maybe I let you all try question 4. I let you all try question 4. Come, try. Okay, remember the common mistake, don't make the common mistake. Oh, because the right side is 0. So I'm dividing both sides by 2. Yeah, so if you are 2 becomes x plus 4, right? Then 0 you have to is 0. Okay? Yeah. You can only do that if the right side is 0. Yeah. We can. Question 4. 6x squared plus 4. 24x on
I put 12x.
12x
36 minus 24.
equals 24x. The question. Left with 4x. What happened?
6x squared is 36x in root squared. So like this.
Okay, this square, right, belongs only to x, not 6. Okay? Yeah, so again, every time I have this one, right,
Okay.
I cannot divide x both sides, correct? Because I will be missing one solution. So what to do? Bring over. We'll get. Factorize really, right?
Where bring what over?
Bring the 24x to the left side. Then you can factorize really. Which also becomes 6x squared minus 24x. Correct or not? Equals to 0. Okay, then can you factorize now?
This calculator.
Calculator for which one?
Yeah, it's only is not going that.
Can
Like just use the method.
for question 4, is it?
Yeah.
Question 4 can use calculator, man. Oh, got the quadratic.
No, but I need to
Can, but then you have to show the working, because the working is the marks. But to get the final answer, you can use calculator. Yeah. Okay, but then both sides got x. So I can take out x also. Okay, so for this question 4, right, I take out 6x. Okay, I'm left with x minus 4. Okay, equals to 0. So 6x equals to 0, or x minus 4 equals to 0. So here, divide both sides by 6. It'll just be 0 lah. This one bring over become 4. Okay, so my answer is x equals to 0 or x equals to 4. Can Okay, for this one, you can use calculator, yes, but then you have to use the working. I mean, you have to write the working down because the teacher is not going to mark you correct if you just write the final answer. Okay? So you can look at question 6. Okay? Question 6 is an example of quadratic. So like what you learned, the cross method. You know that this one, then you do like that. Remember or not? Then you write something here, something here, something here. Yes? We cover a bit in algebraic fraction also. Okay, so for this one, right, you factorize already using your calculator, you will get x minus 2 and x minus 3 equals to 0. Then again, x minus 2 equals to 0 or x minus 3 equals to 0. So I find what is x. Okay, this 2 is the answer. Okay, question 6. Okay, I want to say you have to have this step, okay? I know you can use calculator and get x equals to 2, x equals to 3 straight away. But then I want to see this step. Because right, this one got marks one maybe like 1 mark. 1 mark and 1 mark here. Okay? But of course, you are free to use calculator to check your final answer lah, to make sure that you're correct. Okay, okay, question, let me see. I'm going to go to, okay, the rest is all quadratic. Done? Okay, I'm just going to go to question 9 first, then I just brief you all lah. This one, right, I want to make it look like a quadratic. So I have to bring this to the left side. Bring this to the left side, correct or not? Then I will get ax squared plus bx plus c equals to 0. Correct? Yeah, so this one you can do. Once it is quadratic already, then you just use your calculator and find the two x values. Okay, then I'm going to go to... Yeah, actually, honestly, this topic is okay leh. Can use your calculator. Okay, I'm going to skip all the quadratic questions. Then I'm going to go to question... Wait, let me see. Okay, question 13. Okay, question 13. Okay, for question... where's my iPad? Okay, for question 13, right? This is also a quadratic expression. Correct? But then before we use the calculator, I need you all to factorize as much as you can first. So you look at minus 6, minus 8, and minus 2. What number can I take out that is a common multiple, common factor? What can I take out? Minus 2. Okay? Try to get rid of the negative sign also when I have all negative here. Okay, factorize all the negative. So I'll be left with 3x squared minus, okay, plus, become plus, 4x plus 1. Okay, this step is important. Okay, try to factorize to the simplest form, then you use your calculator. 3x squared plus 4x plus 1 equals to 0. Okay, then you use your calculator. Can you tell me your factors? Yeah, what's the factors? Come. Can you all get a factor? Or did I factorize wrongly? Alright then. Can get factors or not?
Hmm.
And what? X is minus 1 over 3. Then x is equals to minus 1, correct? So I have to make this into 3x plus 1. Then x plus 1. Correct? You know how I get this or not? You know how I get this? Can ah? So same thing, recap, I just recap. 3x equals to minus 1. So bring over, become 3x plus 1 equals to 0. Okay, so I look at this part. Can ah? So again, 3x plus 1 equals to 0 or x plus 1 equals to 0. So this x value is what you get from the calculator. Okay, minus 1 over 3 minus 1. Can ah? Okay, so the main thing you learn from this type of question is if you have a quadratic like that, make sure that it is in the simplest form after you factorize out, the most factorized form. Okay, then you will get this. From here to here, you know where my minus 2 go? I divide both sides by negative 2. Can? Negative 2 divided by negative 2 is 1. 0 divided by negative 2 is still 0. Okay, so it doesn't just like disappear out of thin air. I'm dividing negative 2 by both sides. Okay, so any questions so far for quadratic equations? Xavier?
Hey, I hate it.
You hate it, why? You can use calculator for this one. Okay, can you look at question 18? Okay, question 18 ah. So, wait, let me. I went through 13 just now. Then I went through. I never go through 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? You know, I didn't. You're not erased. Okay, come question 18. This one. So is this a quadratic? Do we have ax squared plus bx plus c? No, right? So what we can do here is we bring over. Okay, then we have negative and negative. So divide both sides by negative. We should get this. To find x, just square root plus minus. Okay, make sure that you have your plus minus. Okay, important now. Okay, so actually I will get x equals to minus 4 or x equals to 4. Can Okay, can y'all try question 19? 19 is the same thing, just bigger number only. Then the rest of the question is just repeats lah. Okay, try question 19, please. Make sure that you understand, because I know I'm rushing a lot. Okay, so if I don't have a quadratic, I need to move the number the right side to solve for x. By 64x squared minus 1 So to find x squared, I divide what? Yeah, let me check. Yeah, actually that's correct. 1 to 1 over 64. Then you realize that you can square root that number. Yeah, so actually you can get away with it. x squared equals to 1 plus 1 over 64. Then you find x. I don't be afraid of the big numbers because right, they will make sure that you get a nice value and you can root of this. You done already? Question 19. Is that question 19? Wait, like do you need 18 is it?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Is it too fast?
How does it?
Huh?
How the answer say 11 of 8?
11 over 8. Alright,
I know it's going to how then.
okay, so I think. Yeah, so remember if you have, yeah, this is correct. You cancel, it's correct.
Oh no. I heard you say fraction, so I was like, oh.
Oh, because when you move over, it becomes positive already, ma. Right.
Okay, now it's positive.
Okay, then after that, x squared equals to 1 to 1 divided by 64 equals to so it's just fraction what? 1 to 1 over 64. 1 to 1 over 64. And then to find x, how? Hair x squared to find x, I ask square root, right? Plus minus mirror x equals to plus minus square root. Yeah, which
That's
so you
it.
find what is square root 1 to 1 over 64. Yeah, so plus minus yeah, this one must have a plus minus. Two answers. So for this one, right? Same thing as 15. Move 1 to 1 to the right side, then I find what is x squared. So this was the fraction that I was talking about. Okay. Then to find x. Okay, I know that x squared is this. So to find only one x is just square root plus minus. You will get plus minus 11 over 8. Okay, so maybe your final answer you can put minus 11 over 8 or x equals to 11 over 8. Okay, maybe Matthew, you can check question 19. You get 11 over 8. Where's your plus minus? You must have plus minus. Wait, can I see your paper? I think one of your solution disappeared already. Square root. Hey, Matthew, can you do like me like this? Because if you do this, right, one solution disappears. Okay, right, like what from calculating your paper? Hey, where you only have the first line? You write down. Yeah, this one. This is important. It's coming out for your WA2. Okay, for the rest of you, I will go through question. Do you want to try another question? Do you think you'll need? Yeah, I think we're okay, really. Okay, you all look at question 24. Okay, done, 19. What about Sean? Okay, question 24. Okay, so question 24, I have fractions now. Okay, minus 1. So, same thing, whenever I have, is this a quadratic yet? Do I have something x squared plus something x, something 3? No, right? So, what can I do? I always move the number to the right side. like that. Then if I see fraction equals to fraction, what can I do? Cross, multiply, cross multiply. X squared equals to 9. So you realize that I just want x. David, how to find x?
What?
How to find x?
Square root
Square root. Then,
plus minus.
yeah. Okay. Question 24 is x equals to -3 and x equals to 3. Okay, y'all try 25. Yeah, I'm going through all the. Oh my, please stop sharing books. Okay, y'all try 25, ah. Hmm. Yeah, it's very good. Maybe I ask Sean, help me how to solve this one. How to solve? Bring what over? Term 4, right? Then what to do? Multiply. Become 9 times 4. Okay, and then?
Square.
Okay, so we will get plus minus 6. Very good. Now, so question, let me see. Yeah, so for question 25, you should get 6 and minus 6. Okay, we shall look at 27. Done, 27. Okay, 27 is also the same thing, but then now instead of a number at the left, we have an expression. But the logic is still the same. It works the same way. So to get one set of 5x minus 2, I have to square root plus minus 49. Correct or not? Actually, it's a bit different in 27. Here, look at 27. Okay, so to get from here to here, okay, some of you might think of expanding, but if you expand this, right, you will not arrive at x mark. It will be longer and longer. Okay, so we try to get x as fast as possible. So over here, when we square, we will already get x, which is something that we want, right? So to get x again, over here I got plus minus. So actually this one is minus 7 or 5x minus 2 equals to minus 7, like that. Sorry, 7. And then we solve for each individually. 5x equals to minus 7 plus 2 equals to minus 5. So my x here is minus 5 divided by 5, I will get minus 1. This one, on the other hand, is 7 plus 2 equals to 9. Xavier, do you still hate it? Do you still hate quadratic?
Maybe.
Why?
Cause it has letters and before numbers.
But you've been doing letters one.
Exactly.
Okay, so this question you understand or not? So over here, I already have two solutions because when I square root, it gives me two possible plus and minus. So you can start as early as possible here. Okay? Any questions? Eileen? On this one? Because whenever I have two values, so plus minus, okay? Then after that, another case is when you have two quadratic like that. I mean two factors like that. So you have this or this. Can? Then another case, yeah, it's always your plus minus, you have two, and it's always your factors, you have two. Okay? Can okay, any more questions? No? Okay, 27, I want you all to try. Well, 27 is a one of a kind question.
Exactly. So go to the next one.
28, 28. Okay, question 28. Yeah, this one, because I have a x here and I have a mixture of factors here. So to make them the same, right, I have to, cannot really the same, to make them the similar form, I have to expand this form. Okay, expand, I will get 2x, no, I'll get x squared minus 3x plus 2x minus 6. Then the right side is still my 3x plus 6. Nothing changed yet. I'm just expanding this now. Okay, the reason why I expand is because I have x here. So I want to simplify as much as possible with the left and the right. Okay, because I need all my x together at the left side. Okay, so this one I will end up with, after I simplify, okay, then I realize I still have x over here. So I need to bring to the left side to force a quadratic to come out. Correct? So you will get x squared minus 4x minus 12 equals to 0. So from this step onwards, you all should be able to do, because this is a what? Quadratic. So you can use your calculator to find the factors. Okay, so x minus 6 is 0, x or x plus 2 is equals to 0. Okay, can you all try 29? 29 is the same thing. I'm spending more time on the back questions because it's harder. Okay, so after 28, you all can try 29. It's very similar to 28. To make sure that you all really digested what you all learned. Can you all try 29? Come, try. The right is bigger than the The right is just a number. For this one, I want to solve the quadratic sum. Find the expenses. Because only when you force the quadratic come out, then you can find your factors. Because otherwise, I will be 0. It's minus 25.
Wow.
Yeah, it's gonna be flat. Okay, some of you are very sharp. You all realize that the factors that you were given, right, is your algebraic identity. So you can straight away, instead of explaining one by one rainbow method, right, you can straight away write a square minus b square. You get the answer?
Think so.
Where's your worksheet?
Is it a little
It's answer correct. Okay, so you all should get 7 and minus 7. Can I check who didn't get 7 and minus 7? Because if everyone get, I will move on already to 30. Because 30, you look at 30. Oh my god, so many. Okay, come 30. Number 1, we check. Can we do any algebraic identities here? Cannot, right? So we can only expand lor. Okay, expand. You expand, then you simplify, you should get and then I want to combine these two quadratic
shiny paper?
into one quadratic. Okay, so combine, bring all the x square, bring all the x, and then bring all the constant. Okay, so you simplify again. You realize that my x square minus x square is 0, so I know what x square already. I'm left with 2x plus 10 equals 0. And then I just need to find x.
Wait, what question is that?
Question 30.
Yeah, but on my paper 30x equals minus 5. Where you get all that for?
That one is the final answer.
Oh.
Hey, y'all don't confuse. Okay, so question 30 is x equals to minus 5. 30 is special in a way that I only have one answer. I don't have two answers. Okay, so actually you have to see case to case lah. Like some question will have two answers, some question one answer. But usually the hard rule is that if you have square, right, x square, you should be getting two answers because x and x. Okay, I'm gonna look at question 31.
Shall we look at the time?
Yeah, that's why I want to rush. 31 is okay, wait, come 31. Quick game. Fraction equals to fraction. Do cross multiplication, I will get 4 equals to minus x. Then x minus 4. This is just cross multiplication. So I extend, I will get minus x squared plus 4x. Okay, then I want to make quadratic. So I form the ax plus bx plus c. Now I got quadratic. So I can use calculator. Find the factor. Okay, this one I want you to take note. If you press your calculator, right, you realize that you will get only one x value. So like previously you learned, if I only have one x value, this means that it is what? Repeated roots. So it will be a square. You remember this or not? No? You press your calculator, right, you will get x equals to 2 only, one time, one answer. So, but then by quadratic, we know that there will be 2. That's why we have square here. It's repeated roots. Can I remember? But then, right, for this, my answer will still be one answer. This is the same anyway. Okay, repeated roots, just one answer. Okay? But then you must write square here lah, otherwise no marks there. Okay, then 32 is also the same, 33 the same. 34! Oh my god, we made it! Wow. Okay, 32 is the same. So, wait, what did I go through? Okay, okay, okay. 34, 34. Last one, last one. Okay, for 34, right? What will you do? Which one? This is board mass, P5. Do all the brackets first, right? Inner bracket. Okay, maybe I ask Shinmei? Yeah, Shinmei. Which one will you do first?
2x minus 1.
Okay, so will you do this first or will you do this first? Oh, you see this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, good. Okay, do the inner brackets first. So my bracket outside still remains because I haven't opened it up. So I expand. Okay, then now I can expand and simplify first. So minus 2x plus 9 inside. Okay, over here, nothing changed yet. Okay, then after that, I expand. You still have to be careful. I have an x outside. So you don't forget your x cannot disappear. Minus 18x equals to 0. So this one is still a quadratic, but it's just messed up. Like jumbled up. So I rearrange. See? Now I have a quadratic. So I can use a calculator already. Okay, but before I use calculator, I need to make sure that this is all my most factorized form. It is not right. So I have to take out 2. Okay, then divide 2 by both sides. Okay, this one is important, this step. You must factorize to the simplest form first before you use a calculator. Because if you straight away key your calculator into this one, right? This one. No, sorry, this one. You might not get the correct answer. Okay, so please factorize first before you put inside your calculator. So this one you'll get x. 2x minus 1, x minus 4 equals to 0. Okay? This is your 2 answers for question 34. Okay, the rest of it is homework.
Well,
Okay, homework. But then you can check the answer behind.
we did everything that we ever do
Yeah.
in this worksheet.
Yes.
That's all.
WA is coming already.
Actually, that's all, right?
Huh?
That's all, right? That's everything in the worksheet.
Yeah, correct. Is it a lot?
I know.
Oh. Yeah, because next week, right? I
It's
want
still
to-
like half the paper at this point.
But it's all repeat. I have gone through all the questions that you all haven't seen before. Okay? Okay, then check the final answer behind. Okay, check behind. Then yeah. That's it for class today.
If you don't.
laptop is frozen. Okay, I'll check the final answers behind. And yeah, I know it's a lot of questions. Take it as like a practice. And if you have any question next week, ask me.
It's paper.
Huh?
Like it's paper.
What very people?
The amount of question. Yeah.
Bye. 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 I cannot end the it's frozen. Oh my god. It's not on the camera. Oh no, then how sia? Wow. How sia? So later. I just haven't before. No way, never. But the computer all already maybe. It's not still okay leh. But still can make it. Can already. What do you do?